Okay, we're going to do some specific strength work on uh, actually backs, hips, knees, that type of thing. Hi, Ed. I see you out there. This one's for you. Hey, Ed, you're invited to come on Thursday. Tim would love to have somebody to talk to for a minute, even though it's not required. Anyway, yeah, it'll be fun to see everybody. We had like 25 people out here before. Dad Weaver even came out. All right. You will be using your little disc. I like a disc better to do stepping type things just because it doesn't move as much as far as shifting like a pillow. A pillow kind of shifts one way or the other, and it's okay if you're ready for that. But get your pad, whatever it is that you're going to be working on, and go ahead and step up on that. I don't know what it is with Matt this morning. Matt, go over here and lay down. He's standing there looking at me. It makes you nervous. Anyway, ICK, so we're ready to go. We were waiting for you. All right, I have the disc right here. I have a weighted ball that I'm going to start with. And I like to use balls if I can. If you have a weighted ball, great. If you don't, then just pick up your light hand weight. That's fine. Here's the deal. When I use balls, I am going to check to see if you're seeing my head or not. Sorry. There. That might be better, I think. Oh, it's hard to know how to aim this camera. Okay. It makes you curve your fingers around in a different way when you're gripping a ball. And for those of you who have issues with your hands, with your grip, this is a really good thing to do. And this might be too big of a ball. I have many choices, as I will show you here. So this is very squeezy. A racket ball, a lot of people have racket balls. However, racket balls can be too stiff. This isn't a racket ball, but it's pretty stiff. And it's just a really lightweight ball. So my choice for somebody who really wants to help their hands is to have a squishy kind of a ball like this. Okay. So that said, I've chosen to pick up a weighted ball. And I already got you started, and I hope you're continuing moving while I kind of, diverted into which ball to get. Okay, look what I'm doing. I'm pulling my hand under here like this. I'm pushing my shoulders down. I'm softening my knees. I'm stepping up and down. Okay, and take a breath. Switch. See that? Yeah. So it's just like this. You bring it forward, not up. You bring it forward. Switch, bring it back down. So this is our warm up, which reminds me I need to turn on my little fan, but it's a warm day today. Somebody down south, I was talking to somebody, and they said they were having an Indian summer. I'm like, oh, okay. Indian summer already. That's a break from like over 100 degrees. Take a breath. See what I'm doing? And you may think this is like, oh, go ahead and get on with the class. And I would say, I am. Because this kind of moving, ambulating just 2 inches up and down, and then pulling a weight back and forth with my shoulder girdle, keeping my chin tucked, because a lot of you, when you're stepping up on something like this, even a 2-inch height, you tend to, and I understand it, you tend to crane your neck out because you're looking. So I'm saying to you, try not to do that, okay? Number 1, just gently pull your tummy in. That sets your core. When you step up, step up with that whole foot, okay? Because some of us toe into it because we're trying to be careful. And I understand that, but I'm telling you, this is a training session to help you ambulate better, because when I put my foot here and I shift my weight, see, I'm not going to go out like this, which is what we typically do because we're pulling our neck out. So I'm saying, well, if I were right there with you, I would just encourage you to pull your chin back so that your ear is over your shoulder, number one. Breathe in through the nose, especially. You're going to come up onto your peel up. You're going to switch. You're going to say rib cage up, drop your shoulders, and step back. But your whole foot is in that stepping modality, the whole foot, not just pressing on the toe, not just pressing on the heel, the whole foot, because when you shift, that's when you start to innervate and use the correct muscles up the line, all the way up, and you don't strain your knee. We actually get stronger because the shifting, see, comes with your body, not just leaning out like that. It's the whole body shifts, and now I'm firmly in that four corners of the foot. I'm not anymore on the heel or anymore on the toe. And what we typically do in this kind of emotion is we push too far into the toe. Okay, so if you're paying attention to that, it's, yeah, I know, you have to really attend, because we've created neuromuscular patterns kind of in a wrong way of doing this very simple, very functional stepping pattern, okay? So this move can be done so well to be a great warm-up, or it can deepen those wrong neuromuscular patterns, okay? So I hope this is making sense to you. Take a bit, I'm trying not to get too technical, but I'm doing it with you. And there's some to be said for doing some repeated motion. What do? Anytime some of you have had physical therapy, what's the first thing they're going to have you do? Yes, at least 10 minutes, could be more, on something like a stationary bike, an elliptical, a walking. Yeah, for 10 minutes to get warmed up. But at the same time, we want to do our shift. We want to feel the four corner pressure. Okay, and I think everybody knows by now what I mean by that. So that means you're sharing the load on all four corners of your foot. When we go into squatting, we will push into the heels a little bit more. Okay, take a breath. And then the last thing I want you to pay attention to as we're ending this portion of our class is when you go to step down or when you go to step up, you're gonna push out just a bit, but then immediately get into all four corners of your foot. And then notice, like, especially on the stepping down, for me, it's very easy to get this thing going. Try to not do that. Try to be solid. And how do you do that? You hip hinge gently, keep your chin tucked, you step down, and you don't let that knee go in or out willy-nilly when you step down. Now, also, what I notice on myself, again, I've pointed this out before, whatever your side that is injured, you will protect it. You don't even know you're protecting it. And how do you protect it? You overlean so that you use the other muscles. Okay, so you try not to overlean. And if you have to, you put your hands on a wall, whatever you need to do to stay in line as best as you can. Okay, So now that we've done that, we're gonna step up, we're gonna step down. See that? We're gonna step down, and I just have this weighted ball right here. Again, the reason I'm using a weighted ball is because it makes me use my wrists and my hand, my fingers different. See here? I'm up here, I'm gonna go over here to this side. I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna do a little hip hinge. I'm gonna step back up, okay? Now here again, the shifting is very important. I step down, this is only 2 inches, but looky here. A lot of us do this kind of a slide, okay? That's not helpful for your leg, that you're trying to get stronger, your back, everything. So what I want you to do is I want you to shift into position, and now you're in essence doing a single leg gentle squat, okay? Here I go. I came over here. See, my elbows are down. I'm stepping. I came off of it. But now in order for me to get back up just 2 inches, what am I going to do? I'm going to shift first, then push up. That is a big deal, you guys. So pay attention to it. Shift. So I'm right here. I'm going to push up and then step down and switch. Keep your elbows in. Shift into straight over. Now push up. See that? Now shift. And see, I'm squeezing in with my fingers. Push your butt back. Okay, here I go. I'm shifting right into here. And I'm going to push up. Okay. And if I need to, I'll put my hands on a chair, on a wall, something, so that I stay equal and get up there with the right shifting. I don't want you to shift and push as you come up, because then you're going totally away from the muscles I'm trying to get you to work on. Okay, so I'm over here. I'm over here. My foot's over here. I'm going to shift. Okay, drop your shoulders, chin. Now push up. Yes. Okay, just 2 more. Just 2 more. Shift and push up. Okay, so in order to do this, especially when you have hips replaced, knees replaced, you've had ankle problems, you've had hamstring problems, even back problems, has forced you, or you have allowed it to force you into weirdo neuromuscular patterning. See this? I want to go like this, straight up. I don't want to over lean. Okay, last one. Here I go. Shift. Now push up. That's a big difference. Here we go. I'm down here. Now shift. So I'm right here. Push up. So when you put the weighted ball in the side that you're pushing up before you do it, you get the added benefit of weight as you're pushing against it. Okay. Isn't that fun? All right, let's take the ball, or this is a 6-pound weighted ball, or you can pick up a light handheld weight, or you can pick up a bag of beans. A bag of beans you can get is 4 pounds. Okay, so little break. Here we go. Down, down, drop, breath. Keep that elbow in a nice position to do the swing and not lose the ball. Okay, bending, breath. Now we're going to go cross chopping. We're going to go right here. We're going to go right here. Okay, we're going to go all the way up where we're pushing on our toe. Okay, so I'm going to come down here. My butt's pushing back right now. Okay, and I'm going to go like this. Okay, and I'm going to do about 4 to 6 cross chops. Breath. So as I come down with my arms, this is crucial. I push back with my butt, because if I didn't, I would have too much of a loose swing, which could pull your back out. Okay, see how I pushed and I'm on my toe? Now I push my butt back, I bring it down. So this move is very supported as I'm coming down. tight tummy, my butt's pushed back gently. Then I come up and I do one last one here. And then I come central, okay? Go to the other leg. So I'm right down here, a tiny bit into my heels. Then I'm gonna pull into a cross chop toe point. I'm gonna flex my calf because I'm trying to go to the toe. And then my hips push back. And when I'm right here, see, this whole move is being supported now with a very intact, neutral position spine. And it happens because you're keeping your core nice and tight. You're engaged. So now this cross chop, so you go to your toe. Now push that butt back. Okay. Now that whole move is becoming a real good move to get all of our quads, our hamstrings, our gluteals really working together to get stronger. Okay. Take a breath. Keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. So it's all in one. And if you break it down, see right here, I'm going down to the heel. I'm tightening. I'm pushing my butt back so that my arms go to here. See, I'm not turning every time. Okay, that's a big deal. 3 or 4 more. Here we go. Breath. Go way up to the toe. Shift. Then you push back. Come right down here. Breath. Okay, push back. Right there. And breath. And push back. Okay. I think I said 1 more. Well, we did 3. Kathy's rolling her eyes about now. Okay, tap out. Right here. See, tap. And tap. Right there. See that? Okay, somebody's coming. That's my doorbells in the form of a bark. Okay, switch and switch. Tap and tap. Take a breath, take a breath. Okay? Take a breath, take a breath. You're just gonna push into the whole foot. Not the toe, not the heel. You're pushing into the whole foot. And you might say, well, what good is this move? Okay, let me remind you. This is a 6-pound weight. When I step in and I lean, I'll do it this way so you'll see what I'm doing. When I step in and I lean, see that? This right here, in this position, is really making me use my core. So breathe. Come back. Take a breath. Drop those elbows. Step. Breathe. Okay? So this right here, as I lean in, I'm making my shoulders, my back extensors, my hips, my core, and my hamstrings do a very important stabilizing work. Because if they weren't working at this point, I'd be falling over on my nose. Okay? So when you put a weight in your upper body, you can put it here. If your shoulders are getting tired, put the weight right there, lean in until you start to feel these really kick on you. And by kick, I mean your back extensors are engaging. This is such a great move for somebody who's had back issues because it's making you use those back extensors, okay, gently. Breath. Sorry about that. This is going to sound great on the recording. It is what it is, you guys. And come back. So for anybody trying to overcome all the imbalances that come with forward head issues, rounded shoulder issues, with your shoulders down and leaning in like this, toes are forward, And you're going into where you feel your back extensors really contract. And see, I'm doing quite a few of these. Somebody might say, I'm actually trying to get to where I've completed 30. And that's 1 and 2 and. I'm not telling you your business of counting, Kathy. I'm just saying, this is 1 and, see that? So hold that 6-pound weight or a relatively light weight right under your chin, or you can switch the move, and then you have to do even more work because you have to equalize, okay? As you're coming down on one side, you have to equalize. So it's a good modification, a little easier if you put it central, which if you know that you have osteoporosis or you know that you have a delicate back, then always choose to modify in a good way to help you move into a stronger form, okay? Stronger muscle, stronger frame. And in order to do that, when you've had injury and or you have a process going on like arthritis, man, this move is money for people, especially with arthritis up the back. See, as I come in here, I keep chin tucked, I'm leaning, I feel those back extensors. They have to start really working right there, okay? And I'm not going to be in danger of hurting or over, like doing a huge move that's going to put a stress on my back. This is a stress, but it's a very gentle one. Take a breath, take a breath, take a breath, take a breath. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. Breath, breath. Yes. Couple more. I don't know. I think we're somewhere in the 20s, I think. Take a big deep breath. Hang on with me. Hang on with me. Keep those shoulders very symmetrical. Don't let one shoulder rise. And see, I'm gripping with my fingers. Gripping. Breath. Gripping. Oh dear. Ruby, enough. Ruby. Jeez. Breath. Breath. They're watchdogs. Wouldn't you hate to be attacked by one of these? Woo. And come back. Okay. Now take this ball and or a weight, whichever that you want. Okay. And act like you're gonna slam it down. See? I'm not on the bench, I'm not on the pillow, I'm on the floor. And here's the deal. This is 6 pounds. It could be 4 pounds, it could be 3 pounds, whatever you feel. But when you go into a slam situation, you're putting impetus in your upper body everywhere. So you've got to be spot on with your core set. Okay. Not a corset, your core being set. I was trying to make a joke. Okay. So when I go in, I'm going to slam something down, or I'm going to do a big hard chop straight in front of me. It's going to be different than just kind of doing this. See, this is a curl. This is a very different move with your hips, your knees, your back, your core. When you take this at least to your forehead, and then you really are going to slam it down, you keep your chin tucked, you are going to move differently. Okay? So be careful as you do a slam down. So when you slam down and you come down, you're pushing your butt back. So you're going to come back up here And see how I push forward just a little, and then I'm gonna push back. So I have to be very tight here. And I'm gonna go boom. Breath. Really act like you're gonna slam it down. Slam it down. Slam it down, just like a big hard chop. Yeah, you're gonna use your ankles, your feet. You're gonna use your hips. Drop your shoulders, drop your shoulders. In through the nose. Yeah, breath totally differently when you go and you're going to do a slam down, okay? Boom. So this is mimicking much of the moves done with a kettlebell, for instance. Only we're doing it with a lighter weight. And so this is very much like a chopping. And I'm going straight forward. Breath, 2 more. Breath, equalize. Equalize your pressure on your feet. And come back. Breath, yes. So, if I did 2 more moves, then I came back to this move, providing you're doing it properly. You can hear me breathing? Yes, because that move is so much more different than just a little curl. Curls are great, but when you go and put force on a like you're gonna chop, it's a very different physiology. It's very different. Exercise physiology, very different than plain old physiology. Why? Because in essence, see, I'm just doing this little curl that we've done before to cool down and get my breath back. Yeah. So if you stayed with me doing that, you would be breathing much deeper. Okay. And we're going to carry that theme on here just a minute. So I've got this right here, and I'm going to bring one knee, and I'm not going to think I'm going to touch it. I'm not. But what I am going to do is cross midline with my leg. And I'm going to act like I'm going to touch it. So I'm going to go way out here, switch. See this? I have to shift. See that? I have to shift wherever I'm going to go. I have to shift. I have to shift. Breath. Breath. So it doesn't matter if you actually touch your knee to your elbow. That's not the point. The point is cross your midline. Momentarily, in a split second, you're on one leg again. See that? Breath, breath, breath in through the nose, out through the nose if possible. Right there. And like if you want to make this harder, yeah, you just hold that leg up there. It's going to be harder. Okay? Keep your shoulders down. Tight. Yeah. Here we go. Shift. Remember, we already practiced that, right? So get over that leg, then bring the leg up. Don't do it on a sliding scale. Shift first. Then bring the leg up while you're stable. You got it? Here we go. Shift. Bring that leg up and cross. You have to be really tight. And so it's perfectly fine if you just do this. That is perfectly fine. See that? You're doing all the same moves. Get stable. Whether you come up high or not, doesn't matter. See that? Drop your shoulders. Shift. See that? That's perfectly fine. Shift first, then bring it over. Okay? Go as high as you feel you can maintain correct positioning. Okay? So that puts a really good answer to, well, how far do I come up, Jeannie? And I will say, how far can you come up?
28. 28.
Oh, we're almost there. Let's just do 2 more, Kathy. Okay. You got
That's
it?
why you got the warning.
I'm gonna have to increase your salary, I think. Okay, here we go. Breath. Yeah, so I'm trying to see how you're moving through your hips, through your back, through your shoulders. You still have this little weighted ball. It's not a huge weighted ball, it's 6 pounds. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and look at my little disc, and I'm gonna go ahead and push my hips back. And I'm going to take this not over my head. That would be a mistake for your shoulders. I'm going to take it to my forehead. And then I'm going to push my hips back, keep my shoulders down. And I'm going to, oh dear, sorry about this. I should have put them up. And I'm going to put it down here. They see, I have a student mowing my lawn. Just stop, stop, go lay down. Go lay down. Oh dear. Here we go. Down. And you can even act like you're going to push it into the disc. But you don't really. You could throw it on the disc, but then you might have to go pick it up. Stop. Go lay down. Go on. Go lay down. Sorry about that. This is live action. Boom. See that? Boom. Throw it. Like you're throwing it down. Push back on your heels. Push. Breath. Push. Breath. Push. Breath. Push. Breath. And push. And bring it back. Okay? So, if I went back and forth from that move to the move that I was doing, like this, right? Oh my goodness, your pulse is going to be up. You've done it with a little weight, a little challenge in your upper body. It's the best of both worlds. But if you did, let's say, 4 of those, we did 2. Okay, kind of 2. Okay, you can see how that would make you breathe deeper. Why is that important? Because it's changing our physiology, number 1, and you're not hurting your joints, number 2, because you're doing steady state work. It's just that you are moving, see, into, and then you rotate from that cross body to the throwdowns, and you go back through that like 4 times, and you try to do, 10 each. That's fine. Oh my goodness, if you would do that, you would notice a distinct change in how you feel. Because why? Because you're training your body to use glucose better, okay? You're getting your muscles where they're really being able to function and not have what's called glucose insensitivity, which means you're going toward diabetes. But I use the strength training mode to kind of push a gentle, steady state motion is the point, okay? Now then, I have my little leg weights. See that? Some of you don't have leg weights at home. If you do not, and you want some, I still have some if you're around this area. And some of them are pretty new. Anyway, I would love somebody to work with them. You can go check out what decent leg weights are in the store. Stop it. Ruby, quit being a watchdog. You're not getting paid enough. Okay, so look what I'm doing. I'm strapping my leg weights on. And how did I do it? I didn't curl my back. I hip hinged. I pushed forward, put them on. And the best ones for you to get is forget the buckles. I don't even think they make them anymore because they found out they were so hard to go get on and off. you want things with Velcro. Put them on, put them off, and that way you can use them for all kinds of stuff. Okay? So I'm going to do a few in a seated position. So I'm going to be right here in my chair. I'm going to sit forward. I'm going to lean back a little, okay? Right like that, until my stomach just kicks, okay? That means engage, right there. See that? Right here, you don't have to engage it. You open it just a little, you have to engage it, okay? Now we're gonna pick up our hand weights here in just a minute. So we do have leg weights on, we're gonna have hand weights. But right now, just get your position, bring that leg up, okay? Bring that leg up. Yeah, don't do any extension or anything like that. What I'll have you do is take your thumbs and just point and tap the front of your deltoid right here, okay? So lean open, keep your chin tucked, and you're gonna come up just like that. And then you're gonna push your heel down. See that? And you're just gonna do about 3. So some of you might say, well, what's your leg weights, Jeannie? These are 5 pounds on my legs, okay? So you can do this and get great benefit with no leg weights, all right? If you want to add some weight somehow, go ahead and pick your hand weights up. We're gonna have them in it anyway in a minute. Okay, so here I am, back here. I can have hand weights here. And I'm gonna bring this leg up, and then I'm just gonna act like I'm pushing my heel down. And I'm gonna do it very carefully at first because I wanna see how everything's working in the hip. Because this is gonna put quite a bit of pressure in the hip area, much more in the hip than the knee, okay? And so for people who describe their hips in you know, they give you a little trouble, they're a little wonky, they don't quite feel like they're working properly. This would be a great move for you to tuck into your little repertoire of moves that's going to help you with that hip. This is my hip replace side, and I have to be gently. If you feel popping, if you feel, because see, your ball and socket here is supposed to be a ball. Many times it's not a ball. It's not a round ball. It's a different shape to it. And that's where you'll get some popping and cracking. So learn to move where it doesn't cause you, especially if you move and it's painful. Don't do that move. I generally don't have to tell you that, but some people think, oh, it's painful, let me push. No, no, no. Okay, here we go. Drop your shoulders back, engage, bring it up, push down, right there. Squeeze right here. Boom, boom, boom. See, I added the third one, okay? Then I come in, all right? Rotate in, tight tummy, breathe, drop your shoulders, open, bring your knee up a little, and then you act like you're pushing your heel down, like you're tromping on the gas. See that? And you check your hip out. You see if it's going to roll okay. Once you're at the position where you want, then just do a few little kind of semi-extended leg lifts. See this? And then come in and come forward. Release. Yeah, just like that. Okay? Doing good? We're going to do one more on either side. Okay, open back, drop your shoulders, tight tummy, yes? Yes. Bring your leg up. You're at the right position. Correct again here. Push the heel down and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 5, 6. You should feel that here and here. Support these moves with keeping your tummy tight. Brace, okay? But don't hold your breath. Breathe in through the nose, drop your shoulders, open, other leg, here we go, right here. Now push the heel down as far as you feel you can. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 more, 5, 6, and come in and come in. You should definitely notice which leg is stronger for you. See, if I weren't on camera right now, I would be yelling at my dogs to shut up. Ruby! There, it worked for 2 seconds. Okay, you ready? I'm gonna go from sit to stand. Have you recognized this motion? I have leg weights on. If I get out of balance on the sit to stand, I'm not gonna be able to move very quickly, correct? So be very circumspect, go wide. Number 1, drop your shoulders. Big breath, lean in, release, and come up. Yay. Take a big deep breath. Here's my chair. That's very easy for me to turn and have a little point of contact. Then I'm going to come up and out. See that? After I do the up and outs, I'm going to bring it right here. See that? And I'm going to go curl. And then I'm going to go straight. And I'm going to curl and straight. So to help to lessen the confusion on this move, again, we have leg weights or not. You can get great benefit from this whole sequence right now that I'm doing with no weight, okay? Drop your shoulders, chin is tucked, brace, okay? So at first I came up and I went out. Let's just come up, just like that. Come up, come up. We'll do it in 3s. Then we'll come down and go right there to the toe. See that? So once I get to the toe, I'm going to say rib cage up, tighten the tummy, and then I'm going to put pressure over on this support leg and I'm going to curl. Okay? I'm going to curl. We'll do 3. I'm going to curl. Then I'm going to step down. Now I'm going to switch. I'm going to go to this leg as my stability leg. Okay? Leg weights, yes. Drop my shoulders. Soften up my knees. Stay straight. Bring that leg up as far as you can. Bring it down. Keep your knees soft. Don't lean. Yeah. Here we go. Take a big breath. You ready? That was 3. Bring it back to the toe. Say rib cage up. Curl. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're going to do it again. So bring it back here. Take a little rest, especially if you have 5 pounds on your legs right now. You're feeling it. Okay, tighten tummy. Drop my shoulder. Soften up my knee. Bring it up. So I'm right there. And I'm going to go 1. You can go all the way down or not. 2. But each time I come up, I want it to be a controlled lift. I think that was 3. Bring it back to the toe. Rib cage up. And pull that heel to the hip. Don't do it quick and don't do it too tight. You'll find out real quickly why not. It will cramp on you, like very quickly. It will cramp on you. Pull, breath. That was 3. Kathy's, you should be happy. I'm staying to 3. Okay. Drop your shoulders, tight tummy. Okay. Now I'm on the other side. I'm going to come up. 2, keep your knee soft. The supporting knee. Okay. Then bring it down right here. Okay. Rib cage up. Press here if you need to, gently. And go, whoo, curl that heel right in there. Breath. 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 That was 3, I think. I think. Okay. Now we're going to do the step outs and step out. Okay, so how we're gonna do this is, it's gonna be a step out and a back, and an out and a back. So why am I doing it this way? A lot of times when people do side leg lifts, they throw it out and they come over like this. Throw it out and come over like this. We're not gonna do that. We're gonna set tight right here, okay? I'm gonna take this out and come back. I have a leg weight on. So that means that in order to manipulate and use this joint in a proper adduction in, abduction out, and to get the benefit from it, guess what? I cannot rotate my hip. Otherwise, I'll be back here on the strong muscles. See, if I rotate my hip and lift, that's not what we want, okay? Drop your shoulders, soften up our joints, stay rib cage up. I'm gonna take my leg out with my knee just a little bit bent, see? And you can only go so high unless you've rotated your hip, which I don't want you to. So if you have a leg weight and you take it out with your toe almost is turned in. You're leading with your ankle, basically. You're doing a lot of internal work, strength work that has to do with your pelvic function. It has to do with your hip function, your lower back function. But if you go and turn that little toe up, like most people do, you mitigate a lot of that work. And if you have a leg weight on your leg right now, you're feeling it right there is where I start to feel it. And I'm like, whoa, right there. And then hold 1001, 1002. See? Breathe in through the nose. Straighten yourself up. Yes, use your chair if you need to. If you want to make this hard, yeah, do it with no touching anywhere. However, it will throw you very quickly, okay? So this is a very good, you have to step back in what you think is hard effort, okay? This takes a while, okay? To work to that internal, a lot of those little guide wire muscles. Don't do this fast. You hold 1001, 1002. You keep this knee soft. You stay upright. Don't cave. Don't overbend. And when you do that in good alignment, oh my goodness, you're going to feel moves all over in your muscles that you didn't feel ever before. Okay, so here I am. I didn't count. I hope we did 10. I was talking. Okay, are you ready? Kathy is rolling her eyes right now. Drop your shoulders. Okay, keep your chin tucked. Okay, you ready? See, I've softened up. Now I'm going to shift. See that? I've shifted into my stability side. My toe is up. My knee is just soft. I'm going to go up here with my heel and ankle leading, not my toe leading. If you think you're going to lead with your toe here, then you, by virtue of that, will be doing this incorrectly for what we're wanting to do, okay? We want to get at those little adductors and abductors. And this is taking a lot of the pressure because it's our stability pillar, okay? Breath. Yeah, breath. In through the nose, don't go fast. Hold it up there, 1, 2, okay? And let me just give you a little reality check here. So I'm trying to hit at around 10 to 12 right now, repeated. Some of you may have had to stop and rest, that's fine. But if you do this and you do it 3 times, that is what the goal should be. For anybody that has had significant injury anywhere in this area, put this one correctly into your repertoire, okay? All right, before we take these little suckers off, we're gonna be here again. We're gonna give our back just a little recovery. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna release the gluteal and I'm going to push my hips forward as I drop my chin, and I'm in a gentle hyperextension. Now, if you could lean over a high bar and just lean into it like that, that's fine. Do this position on a regular basis, and I'm telling you, you will get so much more activity done without pain in your back. If you'll just do this, don't tighten up, release, drop the chin, and hang out here for a good 30 seconds, and then come back gently, turn, 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 turn. Now we're gonna do a little different move. I'm standing here, and I'm gonna not take a giant step, I'm gonna take a little step. See this? And I'm gonna bend. And how far am I gonna bend? I don't wanna go super far over my toe, but I would say rib cage up. So I have one toe forward. This one is bending. And then I'm gonna come back in and I'm gonna move it back, okay? So I'll do that this way. So I'm gonna take a gentle step. Those of you with hips replaced, let me remind you, and or knees. You got a big old metal rod coming right down into that thing, right down in that bone right there, okay? You can overstress that, okay? You don't have to go really, really far. I mean, you can if you want to, but you see how this is straight and this is just bending. See that? It's a gentle move, but you know what this move is doing? It's helping you to realign everything up and through here, this move. And it's a gentle move. Take the time to do it. Drop your shoulders, chin tight, tucked. I'm gonna step. I could step a lot further, but I don't want to put that kind of stress here. See, I'm leaning in. This toe's straight. See how I'm leaning in? Yeah, this is, you remember this is like a warrior pose, okay? So these moves have been used for years and years by good, well done physical therapy, okay? You can call it whatever you want to, but it's the same moves. Good moves will be repeated, and you will see that, especially when you've been in this business as long as I have, because I'm older than dirt. I've seen a few things. There's not much new under the sun. Okay, see how I'm holding this? Yeah. So this one's straight, this one's bending. It doesn't feel, oh, I don't feel anything. You're not supposed to. This is helping to reset a lot of our muscles and our, all of our moving parts down here, all right? So take a big deep breath. I'm gonna step forward now. And I'm gonna keep my heels on the ground. Anytime you are moving, even taking one step like we are, and you have a weight on your leg, I need to have you be very stable with something. I don't want you having to correct with a weight on your leg. However, my feet are on the floor now. See, and I'm bending the same amount forward. Rib cage is up. I have a gentle hyperextension. I'm opening right here. Very important move. Okay, big breath. Now I'm going to gently bend the back knee and give just a little push and come back. See that? So it's not a super big step. I have my hand on my chair if I need it. I'm gonna just take maybe a little bit wider than a normal step. But here's the deal. When you do that, and then you bend the knee forward, your heel in the back and your leg in the back has to be straight, okay? Don't turn your body, keep it straight on, just like that, all right? Breath, Keep your chin tucked. Breath, 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 breath. It should be a nice, gentle stretch up through your calf. All right. We're going to do some other stretches into the Achilles before we end this class today. But I wanted to go over this whole sequence because I know that ambulation is a big thing to lots of us in this class, okay? And just remember, anytime that you put a leg weight on your ankle, you have to be very certain. Oh, Ruby's chewing. Ruby, you're bothering. She loves water bottles to chew on. Take a big deep breath. I'm going to move out like this, and I'm going to move this way. Okay? I'm going to come back and come back. I'm going to step out this way, and I'm going to move this way. Full body move. Then I'm going to face my chair. I'm going to go into my chair, and now I'm going to bend that knee in the back and then go straight with it. So I'm right here. I have gentle pressure on my upper body. I'm going to push my knee down and then push my knee straight. The front knee is at the chair. So hang out here for just a few seconds. Take a big deep breath. Drop your shoulders. Elbows are soft. Bend the knee. Okay, now push back. Okay, bend the knee. Now push back. You got it? So just do this gently. Do it slowly. Your feet, your ankles, and especially those tight calf muscles will thank you if you don't do this one super hard, okay? After you've held it there, then you straighten your front leg. Keep your feet right where they're at. Just push your hips back. Pull your toe up and then lower your upper body as far as you can with your elbows facing the floor. Do not flare your elbows here. Breath, breath. Pull the toe up. Then gently put it down. Step the other leg back. And here you are going to be with your other leg forward. Soften your elbows. Your back leg is straight. Okay, gently rotate, lift your heel, and push the knee down. And then come back. Okay, and you're going to be able to tell which leg, which calf is tighter. Usually one is going to be more tight than the other. I can tell you this is my tight one. Why? Because this is my knee replace side. Yes. Yes. Take a breath. So I'm just going to work with that gently. I'm going to tease the flexibility into this. Okay? I hope that makes sense. You do not approach flexibility moves hard and jerky and see if you can go all the way and that's not how you do it, okay? Unless you want to be injured. Some people may like that, I don't know. Take a big deep breath, okay. Hang out there now. Don't move your foot. Straighten your front leg. Elbows are headed down. Lift your toe. Bring your chest right in. Right in, not your head, not your face. Don't go down like that. Your chest comes down toward that outstretched leg. You hang out here for a bit. Breath. Try to hold it for at least 15 seconds. Maybe 30. Rotate and step in and come up. Woo! Little pendulum swing. Yeah. So we went around the bush a little differently today. We used a lighter weight. We used our body weight, and we did a lot of very therapeutic moves to help you walk better. That's what I'm doing it for. So I figure if I can do it, you can do it. You little slugs.